Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas and a happy Victorian era to you and to you and to you. We are back in the Victorian era, almost back into the Eocene with the Paternoster Gang, Madame Vastra, Jenny, Strax, and because it had to happen, our Henry Gordon Jago. Oh my gosh. From the Fourth Doctor and from his own series, Jago and Lightfoot, we have Jago, played by Christopher
Benjamin.
Baxter.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Sorry, it's Trevor Baxter, Christopher Benjamin. Anyway, yeah, so it's a this is a very festive story about magic and things like that. And I really enjoyed it a lot, and I was just wondering what Lee thought of it, because we are geeks assembled here, and this is Audio Heads. What did you think of Merry Christmas, Mr. Jago?
It's right. We assemble every so often to discuss audios and stuff like that, and we sometimes we don't always agree.
It's true.
It's true because everybody cannot like everything the same as everybody else because that would be so boring. Um,
This looks like it's going in a direction I wasn't. Okay, lay it on
um,
me, Lee.
yeah. Well, I'm not a big fan of the what do you call it, the Paternoster Gang or whatever it's called. I didn't like him on TV, and I'm not a keen fan of him on audio. Um, but I do love Henry Jago because he's a brilliant character. Um, because from my childhood, from the Talons of Weng Chiang and all, and the audios, what he's done, a brilliant, brilliant, funny character. And I do like things set in the Victorian era because it wouldn't be Christmas if it wasn't set in the Victorian era. Um, yeah, it's just the gang thing. I just don't get. But also as well, it wasn't very Christmassy. It's called Merry Christmas, Mr. Jago, and all they did really for the Christmas thing was mention coming to tea, and he was doing a children's Christmas party. But you never saw that, and you never saw the tea party, and so there was not much Christmas involved in this story. To be honest, I would have loved it to have been a very festive feeling story, but it just wasn't. Yeah, there was magic. There was well, because we can't remember the name of the creatures, little creatures coming out of the slab of stone they had.
Huh?
But yeah, I don't. It's a mixed bag. This one. I mean, I don't like the way what they did with Strax because Sontarans are a warring race. They're a clone warring race, and for me, the era of this, the Matt Smith era on TV, what created this group of people here, or the characters, really for me destroyed the Sontaran legacy because they made them, what do you call it, a comedy, made it into a comedy, and I don't like that. The Sontarans are a warring race, and also as well for me, I know this is audio, but that is not a Silurian. I'm sorry. Madame Vastra is not a bloody Silurian. Silurians are reptiles that's got human eyes. Sorry, and they got rid of the third eye. I'm still can't get over the third eye thing. But for me, what made this is the Jago character. You know, because he did most of the time he don't know what he's going on about. He's he's it's just all bluster. Um, but there is some good elements to the story. But for me, I would have liked it more if it was a Christmas story, which it wasn't. But I'll get to fair in depth with that when I come back to it. So over to you, Susan.
All right, all right, all right. Well, there's a shop where they the the proprietor has a bunch of magic tricks and
Mhm.
fun novelties and things like that. Here I am thinking somewhere along the line of the Ollivander's one shop or some place in Diagon Alley and anyway, just so Harry Potter. It just in my mind. That's what it is. It's like Harry Potter, and I enjoyed you know the the fact that behind the counter, behind the little divider, they have things that are alien, things that are different. And I was thinking, you know, this is probably right before Victoria um, coalesces the Torchwood, and so all of this alien stuff is just, still just kind of laying about hither and thither and yon, um, as as it were, lots of. And he just wants a magic trick, so he finds a magic trick, but he also is like learning that, and he's got uh, Jago is always theatrical. That's one of the things is that he started in a theater, and he's always theatrical. You're right. It is bluster. It is little drama, little flair. He's flair, but he's not camp. But he is really adorable, and he looks amazing in his apron and in his suit. And um, I've loved listening to his audios. He he's a sleuth. He's a crime fighter.
He's a coward.
He's a great coward. Um, and Madame Vaster and Jenny. Personally, I love them. I think that they're great. I think that they have a lot of sass and chemistry between them, and if I can get past the fact that she doesn't speak with a hiss, she could be a Silurian if she wants to be. She can be that. But the voice did change a lot from the 70s, and that's uh, 70s and 80s, and that's a little. I don't.
It's not just the voice; it's the look. It's a total redesign, which is awful. But this is audio though, so
And the Santarans maybe, but Strax was punished, and he's a singular character. He has a different life than all the rest of his race.
mm,
It's as different as we being nerds are from the rest of humanity. The rest of humanity can go play rugby and football and beat each other up with sticks and you know swords and join the army and uh, sweat the junk in battle with each other. But you know some of us are a little more genteel and have a different life direction than the brutal ones of us. But that's just that's the difference thing. So in all of those situations, I just think that I think that the story is fun. I think that the searching through the the little garden that she's growing underground, building this cavern. I had um, I had the sense of the Genesis device in the Star Trek 3, where they no Star Trek 2.
Okay.
She went down and she took the device and they went and hid out in the cave underground, and there's just this whole other world. And it also was a bit like the journey to the center of the earth, or the land of the lost, where there's another whole prehistoric world living inside of our modern world. And so that was interesting and fun. And it was what I think it's his name is Leakey, the guy who went to the Galapagos. It would have been his wet dream, and Darwin would have, you know, crapped the bed and fallen off and in stitches because of his discoveries. Had he discovered that little chamber, and and apparently it's underneath London. Apparently, like everything in the universe is underneath London. Like the whole of space and time exists within the 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 underneath of London,
It's either London or Cardiff.
or Cardiff. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's just amazing. So yeah, yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Um, anyway, Darwin should have really found that. That's a crying shame that he never did. Anyway, yeah, he would have had some more ideas, or more pieces to his puzzle. Anyway, so and then there was lots of sort of gremlins. Well, I'll just call it like it is. They were little gremlins that came out of a stone that were fun. And I mean, it was like that. It was like they took that right out of the movie, and then they were completely surrounding and drowning Strax, which is fun because he's short, and then they built a Christmas tree out of this vine thing, and there was what's her name, Alice, at the top, screaming ah. She said, "Well, we can get you in a couple days." They'd be that she would that Madame Vaster would be able to climb up, or Jenny would be able to climb up and get her. They can do that, but they didn't because they're mean, sort of. Anyway, because she was a bad villain, nasty. Anyway, yeah, those are some of my favorite moments and some of my thoughts. What are your favorite moments or things that you didn't like? I'm going to lay that. Oh, go for it.
Well, you say she was a bad villain, but she was also an obvious villain because straight away I knew it was her. It wasn't. What didn't take much to figure out it was her who was at the auction. Um, because you'd have thought they made it a bit more mysterious about it, but no. Straight away I thought, yeah, it's her. So there was no mystery there. Yeah, the comedy with the house alarm was quite funny. Yeah, with the acid, all the other stuff what he was building. But as I said, I do not like the character of Strax and anything like that. As you say, with the world underneath London and stuff like that, yeah, great idea. I can see where that was coming from. And say Jago beating and Strax and Jago beating at the Gremlins, where they were just like shattering into other multiplying. Did bring back the sort of image of the Gremlin movie. But it was just for me. It's Christopher Benjamin what steals this for me. The other actors couldn't be bothered about them, to be honest. Christopher Benjamin is a brilliant actor. He's been in doing, his job for many, many years. He knows what he's doing. But say, for me, it just was not a Christmas story. It didn't feel Christmas. It was, you're talking about doing a children's party at the orphanage. Why didn't they do a scene there, a Christmas scene, or
Yeah.
they should have done? But I don't know, missed opportunity, I think. And then, I mean, don't get me wrong. I sat and listened for all the fruit. I thought, yeah, okay, I get the story, I understand the story, but I don't know. It was just that gang. I just don't gel with that gang.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know. It's a new Who thing, isn't it? I mean, the writer Paul Morris. I mean, we've done stories by him before. I've read stories by him before, and he's good. But I don't know. There was just it wasn't a Christmas story. I wanted a Christmas story.
I'm sorry, Lee. I saw my bad.
I know. Well, no, it's misleading. If the title is "Merry Christmas, Mr. Jago," you expect
Yeah,
Christmas.
and here I also was when I first saw the title, I was like, oh, this is a toss to Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. So there will be somebody imprisoned or something like that.
In the Japanese prisoner of war camp. Yeah.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah.
You know, it's got David Bowie and
Monty.
Tim Conti, and yeah, and I just yeah, I was initially thinking that, but it went in a different direction. Anyway, um, so uh, yeah, the auction was interesting uh, and a little exciting.
Mm.
Anybody who sits online on eBay in auctions waiting for the chance to bid again or to see if their bid is the top knows the excitement for which I'm speaking.
Yeah, my eBay days are well and truly over with. I get angry with eBay.
And yeah, this was the first time that Jago had been separated from Lightfoot, and they didn't say that he'd passed on. They didn't give him a death.
I missed that. Say that again.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
they
no, because in this story, Lightfoot was abroad somewhere, wasn't he? He was visiting someone.
yeah, they
Yeah,
never finished his story.
yeah.
That's good. I mean, if they don't, the next time they go into with Jago, I don't know what the heck. I mean, maybe they're thinking of recasting.
Well, see, that was a good thing in this story was when everybody
Was
when
also super amazing singular
yeah.
guy.
I mean, that was a good part in the story when everybody was kept going on about Professor Lightfoot and how good he was, and that was so annoying to Jago. He was really getting annoyed with it. What about me? I'm doing? I can do this. I can do this. But it's always Professor Lightfoot. What always they keep commenting on,
Yeah,
which was I enjoyed that bit of the story because that was winding Jago up.
yeah, yeah.
Lightfoot's so good at doing this. Where is he? So I enjoyed that bit of the story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it just didn't feel Christmassy.
Yeah. So what uh maybe next year we'll hit something that is truly festive. Okay.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, we'd have to think. So dig deep for one of those.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find something
Yeah,
more festive.
we've got 12 months to go.
We'll find something more festive for you next Christmas. Uh, being that this is the last audio heads of this year, I just wanted to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, and we will see you in the new year. But before that, I'd like to get a numerical rating from our dear friend Lee. What do you give this?
Oh no. Um.
Oh no, oh, dear.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm gonna I'm gonna give it for the story a 4. Yeah, just I don't know. It's just yeah, it wasn't anything out of this world. For the for the gang, it's a 0. For Henry Jago, it's a 10 out of 10 because he's a damn good character, and I think he was sort of wasted in this story. But and well,
So if you equally weight those three, uh, it is it's about a 6.
no, it's a 4. I'm not compromising. The
Uh,
story, the audio is a 4. I give 10 out of 10 for the character of Jago because I've always liked that character, and
yep.
it's a bit upsetting that he was put into this story and there was really nothing exciting in this story. And I put that down to the other 3 characters because they're dull, really are dull.
I disagree, but
That's my opinion anyway. I know people out there most probably will disagree, and some people out there will most probably agree. Um,
yeah.
but this is what we do. We discuss audios, we discuss movies, and we say if we like things, and we say if we don't,
Yep. And
with
and
with no repercussions.
we'd like to invite you to come and join us and share your opinions with us.
Mhm.
Uh, we are you know we do these recordings for audio heads on a Friday at 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and or 7 p.m. Zulu if you're a navigator on an aircraft and or a ship. And we would also like to invite you to join our Saturday at 7 recordings for our regular movie and
Mhm.
television reviews. So please join us. You have to be 18 and over because sometimes we get a little profane.
And we get a bit heated sometimes,
And we
yes.
do get a bit heated sometimes. I mean, I could get really heated over Lee's rubbish grading of this one, but I won't because it's Christmas.
Bah,
Christmas!
humbug.
So, because of my love for Jago and Lightfoot, my love um, for the Paternoster Gang, I'll give it a 9. It wasn't the best of their stories, any of them, but it was a story and it was fun. And no, it wasn't all the Christmas, but it was some of the Christmas, and it wasn't all of the Eocene Silurian, but it was some of the Eocene Silurian, and it wasn't all of the theater of Jago, beloved Jago, but it was some of it. So because it was some, it was 9, not 10, and I enjoyed doing this review, and I would like you to join us and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Bing! Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away, Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold.
We're not going to get a copyright strike, are we?
Oh, not with my voice. Are you kidding? and uh, and if you'd like to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow Lee Wilson on Instagram. He shows us what he's doing, and we've got a Tumblr, we've got a Facebook group. Come join our Facebook group and hang out with us a little bit. And I mean, there's always something going on. Ewan and Ethan and Lee are just always, posting amazing little bits of nerd wonder in the group, and it's fun. And so yeah, just join that. It's called Geeks Assembled, and stay tuned for more. We produce 3 things a week or 2 things a week, but it's at least once a week. So I'm glad you're along for the ride. Thank you for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas. Okay. Bye bye.